Alright, hello plant people. Progress on my project. This is my second cutting. It is showing some movement, so it's happy. Here's my big guy. This is the first one I cut. It's the second one I cut. It's got action. I might feel down the road as things go on necessary to spin this. But this guy is closer to the, or this one is closer to the window to promote more light hitting it to get more green out of it. Know more about the research, or know more after I do some research on if that's going to encourage more. But what I wanted to touch on, base on, was this one. This is the third one, the last one I cut from it. I was doing a not putting it in soil immediately project or process. And what I found was it did not like that. So a lot of these leaves I went and trimmed. The very tips had gotten really dark, or not really dark, but it had browning going through it. It did not look healthy at all. So I decided to immediately stick this in soil. What I'm going with is the plant knows it's in soil or not, and it likes it. So those other two that I had cut, the very middle newest leaf looked a lot like this, really tight. And you can see this one, the very tip got a little brown. I think it settled down now that it knows it's in soil. I was keeping it wet. I had a paper towel wrapped around it to the spot that I wanted there to be roots growing. But by the time I decided to fully plant it in soil, because it was looking rough, by that time it happened, no roots had grown, but it was looking rough on the edge on the leaves. The ones that I trimmed were the ones that were looking rough. And these were the newest of its green, so I felt that was a really bad sign. So I planted it, and the showing of brown and dying of the leaves has completely stopped. So the plant, this type of plant, as an FYI, you're going to be doing this. It wants to be put directly in the soil immediately. Put your rooting agents on it to encourage it to root, but immediately put it in the soil. Nope, here's the face of the guy doing the talking. So yeah, you immediately want to put these in the soil so you mitigate them being stressed and looking poor. These other ones, these two are doing really well. As you can see, this is the first one to show new growth. This little guy in here that had opened up. This one is doing the same thing. I have new growth. That is a sign of roots. So this plant is healthy and ready to go. This one's healthy and ready to go. The base, pretty much without effort, just keep watering it. I'm referring to these as the base. If I'm using the wrong language, I apologize. These will almost guarantee you, with little effort, are going to grow more extra green. Just blast them with light. They're going to get all excited. Continue to water them. I have a very massive pot, so this is probably a second to the last or last potting for these guys. Their root structure is, by this time, massive. I always let them stay because they always seem pretty healthy until the moment they've gotten so big they'll split their pot. This one should be big enough. But yeah, with almost no effort, I'm getting green out of these. So I got about another month before this one gives me green. Seems to be how long it takes. So yeah, my plant-loving people, it's an FYI, put them directly in soil right away. And that's going to have them be a lot happier. And if you don't, put them in soil right away. It's going to make them happier. All right, until next time, folks.